This morning, just decided to make something different. Try to eat something healthy. So I'll start with some good proteins. Got pork chop here, some eggs here. Make an omelette. It's gonna be through whole eggs. Bit of cheese. You can get it from supermarket. Some butter. So I'm just gonna make a very classic French omelette. So it's all about the basic techniques and very simple seasoning. Buy some onion to go on top of the pan-fried pork chop. So okay, what I've got here is a pork chop, so it's about 150 gram. Onion, just for caramelizing. Any sort of cheese, I use tasty cheese. It's like a cheddar cheese in Australia here. For the seasoning, I've got some olive oil. And of course, a little bit of pink salt or sea salt. Bit of cayenne pepper. If you don't have it, just forget about it. Just use white pepper. So I use a little bit of black pepper here as well. So make sure you season both sides. Try to get it out like 30 minutes or even 20 minutes before cooking. Make sure it's come back to room temperature. Okay, so next step, we're gonna slice the onion. So we start off cutting the onion in half. Make sure you take the core out. So when we slice the onion, try not to start from this side. Get a straight line. So it's much easier for you to slice onion into this shape. Thin as well, like this. Also acceptable, but the shape will be less approaching compared to what I was doing before. This looks like kindergarten work. Next, whisk your egg. Give it a really good whisk. Make sure the white part and the yellow part cooperate together really well. See, the color is even out. So your final product will be a very yellowish without any white stain appearing on the surface of the omelette. So, alright. First thing first, very hot pan. No oil required. At the same time, put on your onion. To caramelize the onion, you need a little bit of sugar from the beginning, so I would use a little bit of white sugar. So you try not to put too much sugar because we want to bring out the natural sweetness from the onion itself. So we saute it very slowly. Try to draw out the moisture and the sweetness from the onion as well. At the same time, it will brown itself. So I'm doing a little bit of brown sugar because it gives the onion even more brown color throughout the whole cooking process. If you want to have like a really good seal mark on your pork chop, which brown really well, you just have to give it a little gentle push to make sure it's touching the pan. See, this is the right color. Without burning too much of the spices we put earlier before, the pepper and the black pepper. When we do the caramelized onion, try not to move it around too much. If you disturb it while cooking, it might not get as much color as you possibly can, so just leave it. At the same time, we can prepare the egg omelette. Alright, making an omelette. So we have non-stick frying pan here. Try not to get it too hot, because when it's too hot you might burn your butter in the first second. You don't want that. You want to gently melt it and see all the bubbles. One of the very important steps to get your omelette done right is to get your butter foaming. So it gently fry your egg omelette mixture, very fluffy. So your egg season. Try not to season your omelette now. It might draw moisture, which you don't really want on your omelette. So give it a really quick stir around throughout, left to right. Turn it, give it a good shake. So guys, this is the right color you want to get from your omelets. Yellow, and just make sure you give it a good stir. It's a little bit liquidy, but after a while it might come back all together. This is a really quick process. So while you're doing this omelette, make sure you stir the onion. See? It's still a little bit runny, see the yolk? Try to fold it back. Push it all the way down. When you're using the frying pan, it doesn't really stick. So make sure you do this at home. Give the side. Have it very clean. Push it all the way down to the edge. Then use a tea towel. Tap on the handle of the pan. And give it a push. When you serve it on a plate, put some cheese on top. It will naturally melt because of the heat of the omelets. So now you can finish your caramelized onion and your pork chop as well. I think it's almost there. Here we go. This is our lovely omelette topped with tasty cheese or any kind of cheese you prefer. I'll show you like a very quick plating to make it look very yummy and sexy. So caramelized onion. Make sure you season your onion a little bit with salt as well, so it's more like a savory side of like a side dish. And the tip part of the pork chop facing up, leaning towards the caramelized onion. And now we're looking a little bit plain. So what I'm gonna do is, whatever herbs you have at home, put it right on top. Look at this. So yummy. And so we get the green, we get the yellow, we get the brown seal color from the pork. So what I'm gonna do here is putting a little bit of red pepper. What I'm using is a cayenne pepper. You can use Korean chili flake, or if you prefer like hotter, you put chili oil, drizzle around the plate, make it look good. I'm gonna drizzle a little bit of oil. See, now we have a caramelized pork chop omelette with cheese and onion. Yumminess. Bits of cheese and a little bit of pork chop.
Look at that. Let's do some cooking.